It's the SKOR North Twins Show.
All right, SKOR North Twins Show, another extra inning bonus episode coming at you right here on the YouTube channel and on our Twins Show podcast feed. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe button here on the SKOR North Twins Show YouTube channel. Appreciate everyone that has supported the channel over the last year. We launched it about a year ago. I covered the team in a podcasting role all last season. Going to be doing the same thing this season. Very excited to be in St. Louis here in a couple days for opening day. Also tomorrow on the SKOR North Twins Show, the return of Trevor Plouffe Tuesdays. Trevor Plouffe, our guy Plouffe, Coach Trev, Warehouse Games Master, John Boy Extraordinaire. He'll be back with us on the SKOR North Twins Show starting tomorrow with Mackie Judd and myself. Super excited to have Coach Trev back. So again, if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe button to be on the alert for that and anything else Twins Show related. Wanted to hop on here again after I hopped on yesterday to kind of discuss the opening day roster. It looks like 25 of the 26 men are on this opening day roster are locked in. So we got a couple other got a little bit more clarity with the last few guys that are going to make this Twins opening day roster. So DaShawn Keirsey is going to make it after all. So DaShawn Keirsey, who got a cup of coffee with the Twins near the end of last season, he is going to get one of these final roster spots. He was informed he made the team, which is a pretty cool situation for him. And Mickey Gasper, who suffered an ankle laceration that Rocco Baldelli said was one of the deepest and grossest he's ever seen. He is also making the opening day roster. I'm not 100% sure if we'll see Gasper or Keirsey in the opening day lineup necessarily. They could get into the game at some part, Keirsey especially with that speed. But both those guys will get to the final two position player spots. And by the way, on the YouTube screen, I will flash up some graphics here on what the Twins opening day roster from a position group kind of looks like in just a bit to give you that visual too. But Austin Martin, who had more at-bats and more run last year with the Twins than Keirsey did, he's actually going to start the season in AAA, which probably is a logical solution for these two. I think what they're looking at from Martin's side is, so he had a bit of a rough go of it last year defensively in the field, and he came to spring training this year. It looked like it'd be much more improved in left, but he's probably better served playing every day, getting those reps in left field, in the outfield, wherever it may be, and that's probably better for him. Now, Keirsey's a more finished, fine-tuned fielder. He's a very slick fielder. Reports out of St. Paul said he was a plus fielder, so now his bat is from the left side of the plate, which is a little interesting here. I think that's why I thought they'd give it to Martin, because they already have Wallner and Larnach who can bat from the left side. So I figured maybe not have a surplus of outfielders, but they look at it in the kind of a different way, which is probably the smarter way. Keirsey gives them better position in the outfield in terms of defensive replacement or just defensive availability in general. And DaShawn Keirsey stole a bunch of bases in the minor leagues, and this is a team that was one of the slowest and least advantageous teams in baseball when it came to stolen bases. Last year, Keirsey alone stole 36 with the Saints. The year before that, 31 with Wichita in AA. And in one of his first full seasons, he stole 39. He has stolen 135 bases in his minor league career. This dude brings a lot of speed. So I think that's what this comes down to. It's that his glove is more ready. We'll see where his bat is. You know, he was able to get in 13 at-bats last year, did hit his first major league home run, which was a cool moment. Keirsey to a fourth-round pick out of Utah in the 2018 draft. So he was kind of buried there with guys like Larnach and Wallner and obviously Byron Buxton being up here in center field when playing. He was kind of the forgotten guy. I mean, a fourth-round pick, too, even though baseball drafts are a bit random. They are long, and they go deep into rounds. A fourth-round pick's a pretty highly regarded, decently organizational prospect there. So the fact Keirsey can play all three outfield positions, play them well, I think that's what gives him the advantage over someone like Austin Martin. And then with, Mickey Gasper, I mean, he's earned it. I know he has the ankle injury that happens on Sunday, and again, we'll see what his availability is like in terms of pain and comfort, but he's making this opening day roster. He's a switch hitter that tore up minor league pitching last year, and he could be a fun little bench bat here. He's got a great mustache. I'm riding with Mickey Gasper in solidarity with this mustache here today. We'll see how long this stays on for me, though. But Mickey Gasper, DaShawn Keirsey are the last guys to get the roster spots positionally for the Twins. That leaves one spot open, and it's in the bullpen because of Brock Stewart's placement on the injured list. So we're still trying to figure out who that may be. and you're probably trying to wonder too who that is. They've kind of optioned a lot of their in-house guys already, so it could be a waiver claim. I think that's probably possible. I think a waiver claim as teams trim their roster, that could be in play. Maybe they do bring back someone they've already optioned, and like Cody Funderburk, they already told Scott Blewett he's not making the roster, so I'm not really sure internally who that person is. To me, that's why it screams external waiver claim, some type of pickup, last-second trade, because why wouldn't they just then add someone that's already on their roster? And again, they could still do that, but I think formality-wise, it's a little head-scratching, and I know Brock Stewart's injury probably didn't catch them by surprise either, so it's not like they're kind of scrambling here and reversing some internal conversations. I think this goes down to be a waiver claim for the Twins, and we'll see what that is. So, yeah, very exciting. Opening day roster almost set here. They have one more spring training game at Fort Myers before they leave for St. Louis. So that'll be very, very exciting. So let me flash some of this stuff on the YouTube channel just to give you guys, at least the YouTube audience, a visual of what you're looking at here. Forgive if there's any spelling errors, because I never have spelling errors. But here's your Twins starting rotation in 2025 for my podcast and audio-only audience. I'll read this along. Your starting rotation: Pablo Lopez, Joe Ryan, Bailey Ober, Chris Paddock, and then Simeon Woods Richardson is your starting rotation. It does sound, obviously Pablo's getting the ball on opening day, and I believe Joe Ryan is in line to start game 2, which would be theoretically Saturday, because they build in the off day because of opening day, just to save it from rain delays. It does look like we have nice weather in St. Louis, so shouldn't be a problem for Thursday, but Joe Ryan will get, I believe, the ball in game 2, Bailey Ober game 3, and then they'll wrap around the series with Chris Paddock and Simeon Woods Richardson for series 2 of the year in Chicago. Taking a look at the infield options. So you have, I believe, 8 guys on here, and I have Willie Castro in here. I know Willie, is kind of a utility guy that can play outfield too. I just put him in the infield. I could have put him anywhere basically on this dang thing, but I put him in the infield section. That would be Ryan Jeffers, Christian Vasquez, Ty France, Willie Castro, Carlos Correa, Jose Miranda, Edouard Julien, and Mickey Gasper. So those guys are your opening day infielders with your catchers there too. I think opening day at second, you're probably going to see Willie Castro. I think that's who gets the call. They could rock Julien at DH. I actually wouldn't shock me either, especially if Julien gets the right-handed batter and right-handed pitcher, in Sonny Gray to start the year in St. Louis. Wouldn't be surprised if Julien kind of rounds out that batting order. Also gives him a lefty at the 9 spot to wrap things around into Matt Wallner at the top of the lineup, which I'm assuming that's still going to be the opening day plan. Maybe it's just all a ruse and everyone's pulling the fast ones on us from spring training. But those are your infield options. In the outfield, you have Byron Buxton, Trevor Larnach, Matt Wallner, Harrison Bader, and DaShawn Keirsey Jr., who we spent a good amount of this episode talking about. So those are your 5 outfielders. Bader and Keirsey can both play center. Larnach and Wallner most likely in left and right. Probably more time in right field for Matt Wallner than left field. But, both guys can play the corners. And also, I think Larnach DHing is also a decent option there, too. He's had the turf toe, and it sounds like he's in a better spot. But at least speed-wise, Bader or Keirsey give you a better option defensively, just with more range to cover. So you're going to see who is in left field. I guess we'll have to wait and see there, but that's your opening day roster from position player side. And then in the bullpen, and I'll explain the bottom of that here in just a second, but Johan Duran, Griffin Jacks, Cole Sands, Jorge Alcala, Louis Varlin, I don't know, Danny Coulomb, Justin Topa, who I assume is good to go. We haven't heard anything otherwise. Maybe that's different. He gets out of the injured list. And then there's just some question marks there I have at the last spot, because they have to fill out the roster somehow. And again, I personally think that's a waiver claim, but it could certainly be something else. Could be another internal option, maybe a surprise trade at the last possible second. But that's what we know. That's what this opening day roster looks like for the Twins here. So very exciting. Hopefully everyone had DaShawn Keirsey making their opening day roster. Oh, let me flash up one more. This is the injured list. So the injured list to start the year: Royce Lewis, Brooks Lee, Brock Stewart, and Michael Tonkin. So those 4 guys start the year on the injured list. Royce, Brooks Lee, Brock Stewart being 3 of the bigger ones there. They're counting on those guys to be healthy for opening day. Unfortunately, that's not the case. I know Brooks Lee discussed that it's his back that's flared up again. He did clarify the herniated disc that he experienced last year. This is not related to that. It's just a sore back, which he has had back issues. So hopefully it's not a buildup where it took him, 3 months, I think, to get back on the field with the Saints before eventually getting called up to the Twins. So hopefully it's not a big thing with Brooks Lee getting it up here. And then Royce with hamstrings, man, big shrug. I wish him the best. I hope he gets healthy and is able to, not have much pain, discomfort. So that's also an interesting thing to watch. We'll see how long Royce Lewis is indeed out for, but something to watch as some guys get healthy. And Brock Stewart, I actually don't, of these guys that are injured, I think Brock's return and even Tonkin's return potentially are the ones that won't take as long. Brock is just, I think it was more of a procedural thing, and he has a hamstring issue, but he had the shoulder surgery in the offseason, and I think they're just building him up to make sure that comfort-wise and velocity-wise and stuff-wise, his stuff is there. I wouldn't even be surprised. Maybe Brock Stewart's back by the home opener against Houston. Maybe it takes a little bit longer, but that is an option. I think Brock Stewart gets back here first of those guys, and then we'll see where everyone else lands. But, I mean, yeah, not great to break camp with 4 guys on your 40-man roster that will start the year in the injured list. That makes things a little bit more complicated when you want to add players from AAA who aren't on the 40-man roster. So you have some unavailability there, which makes things a little complicated. But hopefully the Twins can be just fine without them, and we'll see how they stand without 4 mainstays in their lineup. So one more note here, by the way, on the extra innings episode of the SKOR North Twins Show. I thought this was pretty cool. During the broadcast today, Corey Probus, who calls the games for the Minnesota Twins TV on Twins TV, mentioned that during rain delays this year, we're going to be able to watch minor league affiliate games with the Saints and Wichita, Fort Myers, etc. So during those downtimes, during those times where we're just waiting for Mother Nature, waiting for the grounds crew to fix things up, Twins TV will show minor league coverage. And in fact, if you subscribe to the yearly one, which I believe the one I have is as a yearly, get access to all those minor league games too. And I know I've teased out a few weeks ago that that's going to be part of the show and one of the bonus episodes on the Twin Show going forward. We will have more minor league reports, minor league affiliates, taking a look at the top prospects. How are they performing? How are they looking? What am I hearing about them? That will be part of this Twin Show feed too, but also very cool if you're a Twins TV subscriber and you're looking to kill some time during those rain delays, you have the option to also watch some of that stuff too. So I'm very excited to follow along with all these top prospects that the Twins do have. So that's very exciting, very cool. The Twins are going to be doing that, but yep, just wanted to hop on here, give you guys kind of just a last-minute update on where the Twins stand going into opening day. Again, they'll probably have a roster addition for before the season starts, but we'll see who that is. And then tomorrow on the Trevor Plouffe Tuesday episode of the SKOR North Twins Show, Trev, Mackie, Judd, and myself will all pick kind of a little bit of a Twins preview episode. We'll pick MVP, we'll pick breakout player, we'll pick rookie of the year. This guy, what? You're not a rookie this year, Vinny. You're not a rookie this year. He doesn't care about me. We'll pick that, and then we'll also pick a dream trade deadline target too, which will be a fun one. So that'll be a great episode of the SKOR North Twins Show. So again, hit that like button and subscribe button here on the SKOR North Twins Show YouTube channel. 5-star rating and a podcast review. We got some advertisers that are on board, which I'm super excited about. Oh, and of course, yeah, Kieran's. We'll be at Kieran's Irish Pub for the home opener against Houston from 1 to 2 o'clock. So if you were planning to be at the game, planning to do some pregame want some information from us before the game, from what I'm hearing from opening day in the clubhouse and around, I'll be at Kieran's with Mackie and Judd on that Thursday of the home opener. So coming out with us at Kieran's, super excited for that. Come talk ball with us for a bit. Should be a blast of a time. So we're really excited for that, and we have some other cool advertisers that are jumping on board here too. So appreciate everyone listening, watching, supporting SKOR North Twins Show. Finally, baseball's back. I'm jacked about it, and I can't wait to talk to you guys more. Appreciate you guys. Be talking at you soon.